With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Here's the second-year man from San Diego State, Rashad Penny. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Silver. Check your hot read. Kill. 14. Kill. Turn up.
All go special.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
One of the surprises of the first round, the Seattle Seahawks selecting running back Rashad Penny out of San Diego State. Highly regarded, but most people thought he would go in the second round.
But he did have an incredible senior year at San Diego State. Over 2,200 yards, 23 touchdowns.
He resembles Marshawn Lynch in build, but has the ability to take it the distance as well. Had 7 kick returns during his career at San Diego State for touchdowns.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Check 99. Shoot.
40.
To throw again. Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. Powers ahead at the 45. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Wilson's throw caught by Metcalf. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of the team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week. We're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Now the 3rd leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season.
Get him, get him. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Y'all not ready?
Maverick.
Gurley again here on 1st down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, just like last play. A couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Come on, QB, come on. 54, Mike, 54.
This is Peyton Barber. He led them in rushing a season ago. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point: get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
They'll try and pick up the 1st with Gurley. I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. The 4-time All-Pro Johnny Hecker is on to punt for L.A. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season opener opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check 26, check 26. Check.
Look for signal.
Check. Alert 3, alert 3.
Boost the team. 36 power. You got time.
Now it's Carson. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Let's pick it up. It's out.
Go.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Check 13.
Reload.
Check 13. Switch.
Watch twist.
49. Check 49.
On 3rd down, it's Carson. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. So they opted to run the ball there on 3rd down on their side of the field.
I wonder if that was a called play, or did he check into it? And if he did, that took a lot of guts, because on his own side of the field, an obvious passing down, decides to run the football, and they pick up the 1st down. Give that man a ton of credit.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Front left.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight deep. Don't let him breathe, defense.
Zebra.
Check 52. No.
Check 50.
Check 50. He's crashing. He's whip. Watch the whip. Undercrush.
Front it.
Check 3.
Here's Carson. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 5.
.380.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. Hey. We got 3. 3 down. Check. Hey, switch gears. Under 10. 10.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here.
Rush in. 24 is the mic.
One left.
24 is the mic. Stop your body.
Here's Wilson. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Let's go. Hold on. Check. You draw Corker.
54 is Mike.
4 down.
54. Watch 54. I can't believe they let you play.
Gone. Escaping the press. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
Check the backer. 49, guys. Mike, 49.
Listen.
Go.
Go.
49 to Mike.
Now it's gone. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Bobby Wagner, the former 2nd rounder out of Utah State with a sack. Here's Johnny Hecker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Green 80.
Shift.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Give them 32 on the play. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is, his ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
Check 50.
On 1st down, Carson. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Ready up.
Go 58 to Mike. We want this. Watch twins.
They'll go with the keeper. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again, so he's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
At the 4-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Goff. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. You know, you wonder how the Rams' game plan in Super Bowl 53 might have been different with a healthy Cooper Kupp. He was injured on November 11th, torn ACL, out for the year. But he was on his way to a 1,000-yard season in his second NFL campaign. Had 566 yards in 8 games before the injury. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 22-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Hey, let's go. Let's go, ground. Ground. Ground.
Check. Check hot route. Hot, hot. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Goff now looks to throw. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world? No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
14. 14.
49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. Check, 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 check. Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Tiger, Tiger.
49.
To throw is gone. And that's going to be incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because that incompletion's on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Here we go.
Hey, 5.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. You gonna get this boy?
5, 5, 5. 5.
You think you gonna get this? Big Ed. Big Ed. Big Ed.
Goff throwing again. They got a man. It's Woods. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. To throw on 2nd and 10. Goff. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
We're good. We're good.
Again, Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Cooks. As the first half is winding down. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Zerline good with a PAT. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. Then he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Zerline connects on the extra point. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see.
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. 20. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. but I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Good job right there.
Now it's Wilson. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now, we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
19. Double time. 3 down. Switch. Kill.
Hey, 0.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Big stop, P. Big stop. Let's go.
Now it's Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They scored a touchdown the last time they had the football, but things going to be a little bit more difficult this time.
No, certainly, because where they're starting, the goal isn't even thinking about a touchdown at this point. They're thinking about field position. A couple of first downs in order to give some room for their punter and maybe flip the field position for their defense.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Who's that? 54, Mike.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
We go tonight. 120.
54. Me and you all day. I'm coming after you.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Mike. 180.
Check, 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 check. You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Hey, I got him. I got him. I got him. That's me.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Hey, pick your game up. Kill, kill.
Orange.
Check, check, check. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Hard ball.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
We got 4. We got 4.
They go play action with Gurley. Now gone. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 27 yards there, a first down.
First down, Los Angeles.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Slam, slam, slam. Kill, kill,
2
kill.
for 1. 2 up.
Watch the twins.
Going to run the sweep here. This is Cup. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Situation, let's go. Check, check 43. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch
5. 5.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Louis.
Motion, motion.
12. Hey, Charlie.
49.
They go back to the ground, this time Barber. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
All day, baby, all day. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Shoot, shoot.
Listen.
Now a give, right side. It's Brown. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
Strong right. Even. 4th down, even. Check 24, check 24. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check 3.
Hey, Shell. What?
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
And Zerline's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
John Johnson, one of the leading tacklers from the safety position in the NFL, there to make the stop. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Tighten up. Hey, watch it.
Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
I got you.
One left.
You go right now. Chance. Check your hot read. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
Gun.
Check 4.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Here's Natson. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Obama.
Second down, it's Henderson. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
76, tell him. 76.
They run once more with Henderson. And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, if there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
This throw complete, Wilson finding Lockett. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
14. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Let's go, Mike. 50. Mike, go.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Mike's 50. Mike.
Gun.
So we got man. Mike's 50. Hey, let's get off the field, D.
They go play action now. Wilson. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Clay Matthews. That is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, and that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
Here's Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A good pickup there of 20 yards. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former Husky, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Switch.
Watch 2 for 1. 2 for 1. 49. Check 49. Check 49.
After the interception, here's Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
The Rams on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 15. Out of the gun. Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Woods. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. So the L.A. Rams